Welcome, listener. You've stumbled upon the Unexpected Podcast. Whether you're meant to be here or not, you might want to prepare yourself for a world of stories you won't hear anywhere else. They are, after all, quite unexpected.
Christmas! The most wonderful time of the year! Or so they say. It is a day where humans give presents and trinkets to their friends, families, and lovers. But for others, Christmas is the most terrifying night of the year. It's cold, dark, and something is out there waiting to break into your house. Not a man in a red suit, but a creature from another world who has no desire for cookies. Only human flesh. And if he gives you a gift, it will surely be your last one. Ever! I now present you with the festive frightmare of Krankus.
Holidays are fast approaching, which means the return of Christmas trees, cookies, and Santa Claus. But this year, it also means the return of something else. And that something else is Krankus.
Experts have been saying for years that this holiday season will be the end of all holiday seasons to come. And that's because this is the season where Krankus makes his return after 3,000 years.
Google reports searches for Krankus have gone up 16,000% since this time last year.
People everywhere have been getting ready for the return of Krankus. Some are stocking up on supplies, others joining self-defense classes. Quite a few have chosen to bar themselves in their house entirely. And then there are those who are worshiping Krankus right out in the open.
I've actually seen him. I was just out in my shed getting the old ornaments for the tree, and he was inside, naked. He looked almost like some old leftover cabbage with fur.
If I ever run into that Krankus guy on the street, well, let's just say he'll have messed with the wrong hombre. I've already had to deal with an old mummy stealing all my great-uncle's grapes.
Imagine, if you will, sitting down to your morning coffee, turning on your home computer to read the day's newspaper. Well, it's not as far-fetched as it may seem.
Ready for your 3,000 years, return Krankus to help Christmas cheer. Return the Krankus, your children's greatest fear. Return the Krankus. Here's come to drink your tears.
Come on, Russell. Turn that old thing off and come to bed. It's getting late.
Yeah, Marcia, maybe you're right.
All day long, all I ever hear is Krankus, Krankus, Krankus. At the salon, at the nail stylist, and when I'm out at the malt shop with my girlfriends taking care of our pregnancy cravings. It's the last thing I want to hear about before bedtime.
The news has gotten pretty sensational lately. Must be hungry for ratings this holiday season.
I'm just over it, you know? By the time the holidays actually get here, I'm gonna be so sick of hearing about Krankus that I'll want to live on the North Pole away from it all.
Actually, honey, Krankus doesn't live in the North Pole. That's Santa Claus. Ancient folklore states that Krankus lives on the uppermost peaks of the Carpathian Mountains. Those are in Eastern Europe, if you weren't aware. Countries like Slovakia, Serbia, Romania, Ukraine.
Oh, that's interesting, babe. Now look, I'm going to bed. Are you going to join me or what?
Yeah, babe, I'll be there soon. Just have to take my dishes to the sink. Finally, Krankus, I'll have my revenge on you. Everyone believes it's been 3,000 years since you've made your last appearance. But I know better. I know it was you who kidnapped my mother and framed my dad, sending him to prison and ruining my childhood forever. While all those other kids celebrated the holidays, I had to sleep alone in a cold orphanage for years, moving from foster home to foster home. That's why ending you won't be enough. I'm gonna make you suffer, like I had to for so long. Yeah, that's right. Come on out and make your big celebrity appearance. Get all the glory you want. Because soon, my friend, it's all gonna come crashing down on you like an avalanche from hell!
Are you on the phone or something? I'm assuming you are because you just talked to yourself for 90 seconds straight. Just tell them you want to go to bed and call them back tomorrow.
Good idea, babe. Yeah, I'll go to bed. Just like I'm gonna put Krankus to bed. For good! And get my first good night's sleep since a long time.
Babe, put the phone down.
Okay.
Hey Russ, long time since we chatted. How you been? How's life been treating you?
Oh, all right, boss. Can't complain.
Look, I'll just cut to the chase. I know you put in some time for the holidays, but that's our busiest time of the year. Lots of people getting their cars ready for the circus I like to call holiday travel. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I suppose it does. So what are you telling me, that I'll only have a couple days off?
Russ, try and keep up. It means I can't give you any days at all.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, but Gene put in his request first, so I had to give him the time off.
Gene? But he just hangs out at the mall every year next to the Santa Claus house. And he doesn't even have a family.
I don't mean to get into people's personal business, Russ. Am I making myself clear on that? Gene put in his request first, so he got it. And that's all there is to it.
But I was going to use that time to plan my vengeance on Krankus the Holiday Demon. Not only did he kidnap my mom and send me to an orphanage, I think he had a hand in Mindy Maxwell dumping me in the 11th grade.
Look, you and Gene work it out. I have to get back to my important job of managing this auto shop. It's very important.
Yeah, I'll bet you think your job is important. Bossing people around all day? Not everyone can do that. Except I know one person, or being, who can. Krankus. Though not in the traditional sense, only in the sense that he seems to have a hold over everyone, making them do his sick, twisted bidding. Well, I won't be one of them. You hear me, Krankus? All right, time to put this lug nut back on.
Hey, Russ. The boss says you want to strike a deal on time off during the holidays.
Oh, hey, Gene. You frighten me, but yeah, if you think you can spare a day, that would be...
Yeah, right. There's no way I'm letting you get any of my time off.
You.
Excuse me?
Yeah, that's right. I don't care if we're nearing the holidays. I don't need to be treated like this by you, by the boss, by Krankus, by anybody. I know all you're going to do is read Dizzy Duck comics in your mustard-stained underpants and then go to the mall and fantasize about Santa. But I have some important work to do. You want to know what that is?
No, not really.
Well, I'll tell you. I was going to build a booby trap for Krankus involving a rope and a pulley system. It's also known as a block and tackle. It's where you wrap a single continuous rope around one or more pulleys to...
You can't just tell people whether or not their time off is valuable. Who cares what I do with it? Should have known better than to wait and put in your time off request.
Yeah? Well, you know what, Gene? Maybe you can just wait. Yeah. Wait to see what I do to your precious Krankus. You and everyone else.
Oh, what is that supposed to mean?
I know about your master plan. Krankus has got you and the boss and everyone else in on a conspiracy to keep me from doing what I was put on this earth to do.
Oh, what's that? French kiss with those lug nuts in your hand?
No, Gene! To destroy Krankus once and for all. Marcia, where the hell are you?
Russell, I'm right here. Just 5 feet away from you at my regular table. Look slightly to your left.
Marcia, come on, we have to go. I don't have much time to prepare, now that my boss and my coworker are working in league with Krankus.
Shouldn't you be at work right now? What time is it anyway?
It's 3 in the afternoon, usually about the time you and your female friends go through your pregnancy cravings together. Now, while I won't go so far as to say pregnant women are all on the same cycle, I will quickly mention the concept of brain coupling, which is a scientifically proven idea where 2 people get separate brain scans and the results show that.
Okay, I think I'm ready to go now. I just got done saying goodbye to all my friends. Now what is it you need me for?
We need to prepare for Krankus' imminent arrival. We've got about a week before he's prophesized to arrive, which may seem like a lot of time, but in all actuality, it isn't much time at all, when you really stop and think about it.
Okay, what do you have in mind?
I've got some ideas for a few booby traps we can set up.
Okay, let's go.
Well, it was bound to happen, what with so many things getting smaller and smaller.
All right, I've got the next booby trap finished.
Looks great, Marcia. Just great. Only a few booby traps more, and I think we'll be ready for...
Sources indicate that Krankus' arrival may be earlier than expected. Members of the Krankus Collective out of Iceland are telling us that they might have seen him lurking about already, looking for naughty children to punish.
He's gonna punish children?
Marcia, yes. That is the whole point of Krankus. He punished me as a child by kidnapping my mother and turning me into an orphan. And now...
But what did you even do to deserve such a hideous punishment?
That's what I intend to find out, as soon as I confront him. Once and for all.
You're not telling me you're going to travel to Iceland tonight?
No, Marcia, I'm not going to Iceland tonight. I don't have time off available at my work. And besides, I don't think there's any flights going there in the immediate future that I can afford. You may not be aware of this, but purchasing a plane ticket isn't like most consumer interactions in the marketplace. Oftentimes, flights will be announced, but then the price for a ticket on that flight will fluctuate depending upon a multitude of...
Russell, if I'm being honest, I stopped listening to you after you said, "No, Marcia." You tend to over-explain things a lot, and so I just lose interest right away. Now, while you were talking, I booked us 2 plane tickets to Iceland. Let's get packed.
But what about all the booby traps we spent the last 3 nights building?
You're right. I forgot about the booby traps.
Yeah, the booby traps.
Maybe I shouldn't have booked those tickets after all.
I've got an idea. We'll get his attention when we're in Iceland and then lure him back here.
But then won't we be putting everyone in the United States in danger?
That's a risk we're gonna have to take and be comfortable with. Now come on, we don't have much time. Let's go and stop Krankus' reign of terror once and for all.
The Unexpected Storytelling Podcast will return after a short word from our sponsors.
George, I'm home. Wait, what is that?
What do you mean?
That thing. Over there.
The VCR?
No, that thing next to it.
Oh, the plastic Christmas tree?
Yeah, how could you?
What do you mean? I just got it today.
You monster! You know a plastic Christmas tree killed my father.
I thought he had, bladder cancer.
Yeah, that he got from a plastic Christmas tree.
Oh, you're right. Well, I forgot. Well, I'll just return it. I still got the receipt.
It's too late. Here, sign this.
What is it?
It's divorce papers.
What? Mildred, I'm sorry.
Goodbye, George. You know, I really thought we had something special. Don't worry. Kids are in the car. I'm taking them with me and starting a new life.
But they're in college. I mean, Peter's like 27. He's living on his own.
Tim's Tree Farm. The only thing we promise is that you won't die from bladder cancer if you buy one of our trees.
We now return you to your tale here on the Unexpected Podcast.
Krankus is back! Krankus is back! So hide your kids! Krankus is back! Krankus is back! Just your blood is red! Krankus is back! Krankus is back! He knows what you did! Krankus is back! Krankus is back! So sit up! Trap up! Krankus! 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 Krankus!
Wow, Iceland looks so beautiful this time of year. I thought it was just gonna be cold and windy with lots of snow and ice.
That's a common misconception. Iceland actually doesn't have as much ice as, say, Greenland or even the Nordic countries. Those would include Norway, Sweden, and Finland, and some might even say Denmark. In fact, average temperatures in Iceland around this time of year are generally...
Russ, I just got done renting our car. Ready to find our hotel?
Hotel?
Right, you booked a hotel room for our stay in Iceland, didn't you? I can't believe we have to stay in this stinky old stable with a bunch of animals. You really outdid yourself this time, Russell.
Well, hey, look at this. It's sort of cozy, isn't it? And besides, it's kind of like reliving...
Yeah, I know what you're going to say, and frankly, I'm not that interested.
Actually, I was going to bring up the lesser-known pagan traditions that speak of miracle births. Some of them also taking place in a stable such as this one. It's been said that later Judeo-Christian religions...
Look, Russell, this donkey and I are friends now.
Marcia? I don't think that's a donkey.
Why, sure it is. Look, it's got those long ears and a mane, and its face sure looks like a donkey. It's got a tail, 4 hooves.
That noise it's making. It's so familiar.
Quit patting me.
Ugh, yikes, that is no donkey.
It's Krankus. I knew it.
Quick, spring the booby trap.
We didn't bring any, remember?
This stable stinks. Doesn't anyone clean up around here? Forget this. I'm leaving.
Not so fast, you evil holiday demon.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do about it?
You're trapped. There's nowhere to run, and now I'm gonna do something I should have done a long time ago.
Oh no, he's running away!
Damn! I didn't see that back door. Get back here, Krankus. I'm not leaving Iceland until I'm finished with you.
Why didn't anyone shovel this path? The snow is knee-high.
I got you now, you ancient holiday monster among men.
Russell, you did lay a trap.
That's right. I actually forgot about that one. Now that I think about it, I remember coming here to Iceland about 10 years ago to plant some booby traps. I must have had a feeling my final showdown with Krankus would occur right at this spot.
You put this here? What the hell has gotten into you?
You may have returned to punish children that you perceive to be bad, but I'm here to tell you something, Krankus. There's no such thing as a bad child. Only one who's misguided. Lots of them would likely repent their sins if given the chance, but it's a chance you'll steal from them whenever you come to punish them with your wicked ways. Look at me, for instance. Sure, I might have stolen some bubblegum once or twice.
Russell.
And maybe I drew some dirty pictures on the elementary school's bathroom walls.
Russell.
But is that really enough to steal my mother away from me, frame my dad and put him in jail, and make me an orphan?
Russell!
What is it, Marcia? Can't you see I'm in the middle of my final confrontation with Krankus?
That isn't the evil demon Krankus. That's your stepfather.
Excuse me?
She's right, Russell. It's me, Kyle, your stepfather.
What are you doing here? What did you do with Krankus?
Russell, there is no Krankus.
And we're not in Iceland. The plane ride, the stable, it was all set up by me and your stepfather, Kyle. We're actually just at your cousin's farm outside of town.
But why? Why would you go to these lengths just to trick me?
Because, Russell, after years of trying to get you to confront your delusions, we figured this was the only way.
That's right. For years you've blamed me for your mother leaving you and your father. And your dad wasn't framed for kidnapping. He went to jail for soliciting sex in department store bathrooms. You also weren't an orphan. You lived on this farm with your aunt, uncle, and cousin, which is why there's all these booby traps set up here.
No! You lie! Both of you are lying to me.
Russell, please. You have to understand. We're doing this because we care. Because we believe you can get better.
Come inside, son. We'll talk this over. Clear everything up once and for all, and maybe, just maybe, we can celebrate all our future holidays as one big, happy family.
I just want to thank you both for keeping me in mind this holiday season. You could have ignored me, called me crazy, but you went out of your way to show me that, well, that I really don't have anything to fear anymore. That Krankus isn't real. And that, for the first time, I actually feel like part of a real family.
I'm glad you feel that way, son.
Well, I'm gonna go get some more eggnog. You two hold tight. Maybe we can tell some old-fashioned ghost stories around the fire.
Wow, I'm feeling so much better about...
Shh. Did you hear that?
Sounds like someone is still outside in the cold.
Silly humans! I finally found you! Prepare to... Yikes!
Yes! Got you! I knew you were real all along, and I knew you were coming to punish us. Well, welcome to our world now, Krankus. We do all the punishing here.
Oh, no, he's bleeding all over the place.
Well, that's one vicious booby trap. I think you killed him.
I sure don't see him breathing.
Of course I killed him. You think I was gonna take the chance of letting him go? Did you really think we'd put him on trial for his crimes? That doesn't sound like the planet Earth I know.
Now, little Krankus. I know it's a very frightening tale that I just told you, but you must hear it, so you'll know that you can never go back above ground. The human race simply can't accept others who are different. If they ever saw you, they'd capture you and torture you, rip all your hair off your body and your precious, adorable little horns off your head.
Wow, Mom, what a valuable lesson. I'm never going back above ground to see the humans.
Promise me, Krankus. Promise me you won't. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if my little demon was ever hurt.
I won't, Mom. I promise. No matter how evil the humans are to each other, no matter how much they should be punished for their crimes, I'll stay right here. After all, with the way they treat and talk to each other, perhaps that's punishment enough.
Now you're getting it. Social media and clickbait news headlines have done a lot of damage to the human race, but I still have hopes for them. Perhaps if they can all just get together and put their differences aside, they can make a positive change. Now, nighty-night. You don't want to be awake when Santa gets here.
Oh boy.
I hear there's a good little demon who might be getting that jolly elf's rotten carcass after asking for it. Oh, yeah.
Return the Krankus! Your children's greatest fear! Return the Krankus! Here's come to drink your tears!
back to shop blood its red. Krankus is back. Krankus is back. He knows what to do. Krankus is back. Krankus is back to set up trap for Krankus. 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 Krankus.
Like the stories you hear on The Unexpected? Consider sharing our show with family and friends, along with any strangers you come across. Provide a little something unexpected to someone else's day. You can find and subscribe to our show on iTunes, Google Play, or anywhere else you stream your podcasts. We're on social media, on Unexpected Show on Twitter, and The Unexpected Podcast on Facebook. You can also find out what we're up to on our website, www.theunexpectedpodcast.com. Thank you for listening. Now let's get back to our bone-chilling tale.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, except a demon from hell. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that no creature would give them a scare. The children were nestled all snug in their beds before Krankus got them, and then they were dead. Did you like that? I call it the fright before Christmas. Did it scare the dickens out of you? Oh, wait. I don't think he wrote that. Did he?
The Unexpected Storytelling Podcast is written, produced, and directed by Andrew Soucek and Erik Bergstrom. Each story is somehow a work of fiction, and with the exception of public figures like Tony Danza, any resemblance to persons living or dead is coincidental and unexpected.